I want to connect the two topics that we've covered today. There's a behavior that I would call, I don't know, getting your foot in the door. Okay. So weeks ago, and literally it was weeks ago, we were discussing the absurdity of chest feeding in the form that somebody born female transitions to male and then breastfeeds an offspring, and that we have to call it chest feeding for some reason, right?
Yeah.
That is an absurdity at the linguistic level, right? It is a tiny fraction of the absurdity at the biological level of a person born male who then pantomimes breastfeeding, even if they're leaking at the breast somehow because of some hormone they've been taking.
Yeah,
right?
there's some drugs apparently that can promote such discharge.
They can promote a discharge, but the point is that ain't feeding.
Right.
But my point is, once you carve out the idea that, we used to say breastfeeding, but that's disrespectful to some fraction of the population. We must now call it chest feeding in order not to disrespect certain people. Oh, you're calling it chest feeding? Hey, guess who else has a chest? Right? Now you've got some dude leaking at the breast, right? Photographing himself. And the point is, well, you said you're okay with chest feeding. How is this not chest feeding? And the point is, you got your foot in the door with people born female who want to nurse children and don't want to have it called breastfeeding because it's disrespectful. And now you got dudes doing it. You got your foot in the door and then you kick the thing wide open. Here's the connection to the other topic. The GMO industry, Monsanto in particular, created a market for itself with Roundup Ready crops.
Yep.
Right? Roundup Ready crops are crops that have been engineered to tolerate an herbicide that weeds cannot tolerate, right? That's the technology. That technology involves spraying this stuff early in the life cycle of crops.
Yep.
Right? That gives, it's not safe, but it gives a lot of time for the thing to degrade in the sun. It gives a lot of time for it to be washed off the plant so that at the point that you eat, if you sprayed it on early so that the plant erupts from the soil, gets a jump on the weeds, and then it doesn't, once it's a mature plant, it doesn't need that jump on the weeds. So you're not spraying it late. And then, a cucumber emerges from the vine, right? The point is, how much of that herbicide does the cucumber have? Some. It shouldn't. That's bad. But it's a tiny fraction of what would happen if you sprayed it on the cucumber. Now, here's the point. Roundup Ready crops got GMOs through the door and the particular Roundup compound into the agricultural space.
Yeah.
At which point it was discovered that it could be used as a desiccant.
That's right.
And you could spray it on wheat. When do you do that? At the end, after the wheat is dead, right? So that it doesn't get mold. You keep it dry by spraying Roundup on it. Well, wait. You just sprayed it on something we're going to eat. It's the opposite of the cucumber, where the cucumber didn't get sprayed because the plant was early in its life cycle when you did the spraying. And now you're spraying it on something we're actually going to grind up and turn into loaves of bread, right? Who said that was safe? The point is, in the mind, you kick the door open with Roundup Ready crops. And then the point is, it's the same compound. You said we could spray it on the crops, right? So now we're going to spray it on the freaking wheat. And, it's like, okay, chest feeding by someone born male is linguistically twice as dumb as chest feeding by somebody born female who's transitioned to male. It is biologically 200,000 times as dumb.
Yeah.
Right? This is the same thing. Spraying Roundup on your cucumber patch early before there are any cucumbers, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Spraying it on wheat at the end of its life cycle to keep mold from growing on it.
The very wheat that will be turned into the bread that you eat.
Yeah, that's orders of magnitude more dumb. But the point is, you kicked the door open, after you got your foot in, and the point is mentally it didn't seem that different, so whatever. That's how it happened.